We got some questions from one of our listeners, Joanne Connor, and she tuned into that show. And we're going to kind of work through some of the ones that she wanted to talk about. She was wanting to know about drawing on an ex-spouse, drawing a Social Security benefit on an ex-spouse. What are the rules around that? Do you need to be retired or not working or past retirement age? So let's kind of talk a little bit about the rules around Social Security when it comes to drawing off of an ex-spouse's benefit.
This is one of the more unusual benefits that Social Security does provide, but it's also kind of complicated, Janet.
It is a little bit, and as we talk through this, be sure to follow, which person you are in this scenario, because it's about you drawing the income. So as we talk through this, you are considered the ex-spouse. I understand that you have one as well, but you're considered the ex-spouse the way we're looking at this if you're looking at drawing it. So you had to have been married for 10 years or more, and let's stay on this for just a moment. That means you're going to have to provide documentation to demonstrate that you were married for 10 years or more. So go and dig out that marriage certificate and the divorce decree so that you can show dates on that. And I have a friend whose marriage happened to end exactly on their 10th anniversary, and she didn't know at the time that could impact her retirement. And so it was a blessing that it wound up being that period of time instead of one day less. That one day would have made a big difference. Another thing is that in order to collect a divorced spouse benefit, you have to not be married at the time that you're receiving it. Now, your ex could be married, it doesn't matter, but if you're the one applying for the divorced spouse benefit, you have to not be married in order to receive that.
You also have to be age 62 or older. Now, it's not necessarily that you don't have the ability to work, but I think that earnings rule still applies to you drawing Social Security. So, the earnings rule in Social Security is that if you claim a benefit prior to your full retirement age, then you're going to be needing to make less than about $17,000 and some change per year, or they're going to take away $1 for every $2 you make over that benefit. So it becomes a diminishing return at some particular point of not drawing that Social Security benefit while you're working. But that is, again, another complex rule. And the benefit that your ex-spouse is entitled to receive is based on their own work, is less than the benefit that they would receive based on your work. And so, again, it gets into that what's the bigger benefit and it may not be a benefit at all for you to draw on an ex-spouse depending on what your benefit is.
Well, and you don't have to know what that calculation is. In fact, they're not going to let you know what your ex-spouse's calculation is going to be unless it's in your favor. You just have to go and say, here's the information, and they'll plug that in and run it for you.